Okay, I'm going to try recording this again for the second time around. So, I wanted to come record a video today. Well, actually, I'm going to be totally transparent because authenticity is at the core of everything I believe in and what I think is so important for us to be expressing in this world right now. So, the truth is I actually didn't really want to record a video today. I was really not feeling motivated, but I had told myself I'm going to do this today. And then my husband and I, we went and did some other stuff. We went to the gym together this morning. We watched the last few episodes of a show that we were watching, which was a wonderful show, but the ending was definitely a bummer and like emotional bummer. I was just like, oh God, I don't feel like going and doing this. And my husband was actually wanting to go to the grocery store as well, but then was kind of feeling the same thing. And we both decided, like, okay, you go to the store, you do the thing that you have been like avoiding, and I'm going to record this video. And why am I telling you this? I don't necessarily know because do I need to record this video to tell you that? Not necessarily, but I think that I speak a lot about authenticity and the importance of that. And I believe that you also need to breathe as someone who is sharing, content in the world, who is helping other people, or just as a good human, like you need to be practicing what you preach, right? And for me to say, be authentic and then just show up and record stuff just for the simple fact of recording it, I don't think is always the best plan either. But because I committed to myself to showing up and doing this video, and I had actually watched something earlier from someone one of the few people who I actually pay attention to still on social media, and I think she's just amazing. And she actually recorded something kind of similar earlier, like just a message, and it really sparked something in me because it reminded me of, the times when I've self-abandoned, and not from a space of shame, but from a space of actually wanting to not do that myself anymore, but also to share. And that's that authenticity piece, right? Is actually sharing that part of our journey because I am pretty consistent when it comes to showing up online. Definitely more so on Facebook than anywhere else. And I post something most days. There's going to be days sometimes when I don't. I do record videos and create reels and post those. Um, so it's not like I'm not showing up consistently, but it's when it's convenient for us, right? That's where we self-abandon. So like when it comes to my business, this was just again that reminder, and I don't want to do that. There's been other areas of my life where it's like, oh, I'm going to do the thing, right? Or, oh, I'm going to quit smoking. This was one for me. I quit smoking in 2018. Finally, after telling my husband that I would quit after we got married, which was in 2008. So 10-year anniversary present. Um, but I would always find reasons, right, to not do it, or oh, it's too hard, or oh, I tried this, or I did that, and we just become, excuses. But really, they aren't excuses, and there was no reason that I couldn't have quit smoking. Like I think when I did it was the right time in the end. But we self-abandon ourselves because it feels easier, because we don't want to do things, because we make up reasons why we don't have to. So it's like, oh, well, I did some stuff earlier and I already posted some things. I don't really need to do this today. Like nobody's going to know whether or not I record this, especially because I'm not doing this one live. But I had committed to myself that I wanted to, and I actually had committed this a while back and had a download last year. Like this is February of 2026. This had come probably in maybe April or May of 2025. And it was, called to show up on YouTube. And at the time, it was to show up consistently. And I actually don't even remember the set number of days that I said I was going to show up every day, during this time on YouTube. And I showed up for a little bit and then I puttered out because I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted. And then I did something similar later in the year, and it wasn't because I wasn't seeing results. It was just like, nah, nobody's gonna know. I don't feel like doing it today, or I'm sick. So I got sick for like the first time in like 6 years. Um, I don't want to do it. Nobody's going to really know. But the thing is I'm going to know and I'm going to self-abandon. And then that's the signal that I send to myself is I don't have to show up for myself. So it's not about showing up consistently necessarily online and having to do it for a certain number of days or whatever, but it's actually saying like I made a commitment to myself and I want to follow through on that for me. Not because I'm expecting to get any, massive results from this video specifically, but because I told myself I was going to do it. And when we abandon ourselves, when we don't do the things that we tell ourselves we're going to do, we can come up with excuses, but the excuses and the reasons and, oh, I couldn't do it because this, or I didn't really need to do it. Nobody's going to know. I'll just do that on Monday or whatever, but and then you bring that in and it becomes a subconscious program of it's okay to not show up for myself, to not do the things that I say I'm going to do for myself. And this shows up in different aspects of our lives too, right? It might be like, oh, I'm going to go work out and then you don't, or you abandon, oh, I'm going to go do this thing. And then someone else comes up with something else that they need. And then you're just like, drop everything to go help them. And yes, sometimes we have to help other people. Like that's human and it's a good thing to do. But when you are doing things from the perspective of nobody's going to know, or I don't need to do that after you've made a commitment to yourself, that is the message you're sending to the universe. And if you're trying to expand your business, if you're trying to create more ease and effort, and a lot of people that I talk to, like you want more ease, you want more flow, you want your business and your life to like in tandem just be amazing. You want to have an amazing life, but you also want to have success in other aspects, and then you're so focused on one or the other that you abandon yourself and the things that you say that you want. And this happens all the time with successful people. I'm going to say people, women I talk to mostly, but it happens probably in men as well. But it happens, you say you want these things, but then you revert to the old program, or no one's when it comes to ease. It's well, I just am going to do these things, or I'm just going to do these things because my husband needs it, or my kids need me to do that, or my clients need this, or if I don't do this thing. But the thing is every time you do that, you are abandoning yourself as well. So same thing here. The message with the video, it's not that I have to show up every day necessarily and do a video, but when you make a commitment to yourself or you say that you want something and then you don't actually show up and do it, you create a pattern of not showing up for yourself. And so whether that's giving yourself the time, the rest, whatever that you need, whether it's showing up to do the thing that you said you're going to do for yourself or for someone else, or just again, recording a fucking video for your business. It's where are you actually abandoning yourself? Where are you saying that you want something, but then you aren't acting in alignment with that version of you? Where are you not in the identity? So for me, like I am like I want to be in integrity in all areas of my life and business. And I do represent ease. Like I spent most of my day not doing a whole lot of work, but I'm also somebody who values leadership and values being the example. And that means also not abandoning the things that I said. Just because I don't have to work a lot doesn't mean that I don't work. That doesn't mean that I don't show up for myself. That it doesn't mean that I don't do those things. So for me, I want to be that example. And so, yeah, most of the day I hung out with my husband. We went and worked out. We had breakfast. We, spent the day mostly together. But because I had told myself I wanted to do this thing, I wanted to do this thing. So that is ultimately the point of this video. This wasn't I just said I wanted to record a video today so that I could post that. And I, do want to show up more consistently to do these videos because I also believe that while my written content can be great, that something that's, really been on my heart for a long time is my voice and using my voice. And I've been told that, like I've even been told that, you know, there's something about your voice, right? And the way you talk and not like not from an ego perspective, but I feel that too. I feel like I can write content and it can be really good sometimes. But I don't think that it always really showcases my voice. And I made that wrong for a long time. Like I need to master writing. And I'm actually a good writer as well. But I know that for me, this is part of my mission is to show up, is to share my voice, is to speak, is to share my stories and to be fucking authentic, coming full circle back to that. What's going on for me, what's happening in my life with who I am. So I'm not perfect. I have had a lot of success in business. I've also had a lot of challenges and I've hit what some would probably consider rock bottom and have had to claw my way back from that. And same thing in my relationship. It's been really great. It's not perfect, and I've had to claw my way back from several things. And I don't think that hiding that is productive for me. It isn't productive for you. And I think, it's really important for us as humans to share those aspects of ourselves, our journey, and authenticity isn't just meaning like, oh, I'm going to show you what I'm eating for lunch. And so, yes, I posted a picture earlier, I think, on my stories. Of us at the gym. No, I didn't. I deleted it because then my husband told me, "Oh, we signed something that said we're not supposed to do that." So I have to look at that into that. Um, but point is show up for yourself. Don't abandon yourself wherever that is. So if it's that you said you were going to record the video and you didn't, if you said, I'm going to post every day and you didn't, if you said, I'm going to actually like meditate every day, I'm going to make sure that I take a walk every day, and then you don't, it's not that you're this big bad person if you don't, but it's you have to actually sit with yourself and say, why am I not doing this? Am I avoiding it because I don't have to? No one's going to know. No one's going to care. But the thing is you will. You know the commitment that you made to yourself. And if you're not actually following through on that, you are abandoning yourself and you're not actually in the identity of the things that it is that you say you want and that you want to create. So ease, money, better relationships, better health, all of the things, and it's not saying that there isn't wiggle room that you aren't allowed to be human because, you might say, oh, I want to lose weight. And then you go eat chocolate. But if you're eating it because you're like hiding and whatever versus like eating it for pleasure, that's a different story. It's not abandonment. But okay, getting off track here. So honor yourself, honor your commitments to yourself, honor the things that you say you want. And if you don't know where you're abandoning yourself, but you say you want something and you're not getting the results that you want, I would almost guarantee that there's some level of that somewhere. And I'm happy to have a conversation with you, and because I do have the what I believe is, one of my gifts is to really be able to see that 360-degree view of what it is that you say you want, what it is that you're doing, what is out of alignment with that, where are you abandoning, where are you not actually being in the identity, where are you not embodying that version of you that you say that you want or that you are, but that you're not actually really emanating out into the world. So if you'd like to have a conversation, please send me a message about how I can support you with that. As of early February 2026, I do have a few of my unfiltered activation calls remaining for free, or what I like to say, pay it forward. I like to do some pay it forward things every now and then just to give back to really share. It also gives you an opportunity to see if we're a match, if we can work together, and if I can support you. And oftentimes, even in that one call, it's an unfiltered activation. It will activate you to do the things that you say you want to do and to give you the direction of those exact moves that you need to make in order to get there. So either way, send me a message. Let's have a conversation, or to book a call, or just join me inside the Unfiltered Collective, which is my Telegram group over on Telegram. And we go deeper, have deeper conversations there. And I share different activations, and also little surprises and gifts over there. And it's a great place to build community with like-minded people. So I will see you there in any of those places, but otherwise I'll see you in the next video.